The cultures around the world are so much different than one another that we bet we don't even know up to half of it. There's always something interesting and unique to find out every other week. Some cultures have their definition of what they call beautiful, but we can only stare at them in awe as they are nothing like what we would expect. So today we'll be checking out these bizarre trends from around the world. Before we dive into this list, make sure to leave a like on this video. Number 10. Nose plugs. The Apatani tribe in India is a tribal group that has about 60,000 people living in the northeastern part of the country. For years, this group of people has been focusing on protecting their traditional agricultural practices without machines or even animals. This complete lack of modernization was so outstanding that UNESCO considered making the tribe recognized as a potential World Heritage Site. But that's not even the most unique thing about this set of people. It's actually a custom that has been in existence for years. In a tradition that is similar to nose piercings, the women of this ethnic group constantly put bamboo strips in a hole on both sides of their noses to stretch it out. They continue doing this until the hole is big enough to have a plug inserted into it. The women did this to appear unattractive to men from other tribes so that they wouldn't have to mix together by marriage. Most of the old women in this tribe have retained the tradition of having nose plugs. They believe it's an important part of their roots. However, most of today's generation of women that are members of this Indian tribe prefer not to wear them anymore. Number 9. Yeeba in Japan. While several people spend billions of dollars on dental care in the United States, it seems like the opposite is the case in Japan. But then this would not be the first bizarre trend to come out from Japan. After all, this is a country that even had people putting mobile toilet paper on their heads. One special beauty standard that this country has, and which many of you may not know about, is the concept of fangs. Yes, that's right. Most Japanese girls actually go through surgeries to make their teeth crooked. They believe that it gives them a childlike appearance, whereas almost everyone else in the world is dying to have perfectly straight teeth. This very popular dental procedure costs anywhere from $170 to $450. The craziest thing about this trend is that it quickly became a thing because some Japanese pop stars were known to have crooked teeth. And since a lot of them believe that these pop stars are the perfect image of what the Japanese people should be like, many of them want to recreate that crooked teeth as well. Number 8. Peruvian skull elongation. Peruvian aboriginals are known for intentionally making their skulls deformed. Parents of a child would squeeze the infant's head between two boards to change its shape, or they would wrap it really tight with a rope. The children then grow up to have permanently elongated skulls, which at first glance, many people won't find attractive. Number 7. Wadabi beauty pageant. A beauty pageant sounds like a pretty ordinary event. But that's until you realize that we're not talking about a female beauty pageant, but a tribe where the men compete in beauty. The Wadabi people are one of the few tribes that uphold the concept of matriarchy. It's where the women run everything, and the men have to watch their figures and put on makeup to get their attention. The only time to find a mate is once a year at the Gyral Fertility Festival. On this day, the men get to dress up, put on their best makeup that highlights major features, and wear colors on their outfits that symbolize a character trait. To decide the winner, the female judges of the beauty contest will tap the shoulders of the man they like, and that's the beginning of love marriage. The winner gets to choose any number of women he wants to live with for the next month. Number 6. The 6-kilogram headdress. Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like. Imagine having to wear 6 kilograms on your head all day. That's what the Longhorn Mayo women have to wear all day. For years, the women of the tribe have collected hair from their ancestors and put it into making a giant headdress. It became a tradition to collect pieces of fallen hair to pass down from mother to daughter. This practice is centuries old, and the result is huge wraps of woolen threads and linen mixed within the hair. They then wrap this around wooden clips or animal horns to form a crescent shape. For these women, this is an amazing beauty standard that makes them look unique and attractive. It's attached to the head with white ribbons. However, at some point, it was considered normal for this to be worn on a daily basis. Today, this very heavy headdress is only brought out for special holidays or other important occasions. Some of these women wear hair that is hundreds of years old. Number 5. Cayenne neck rings. At the border of Myanmar in northern Thailand is a tribe of Karenni people known as the Cayenne Lawi. The first thing you would notice about these set of people is that they have really long necks. These are actually intentionally created using stiff neck rings worn around the neck as jewelry. This practice is common with women and makes their necks so stretched that it seems like the head is floating on a pedestal. Sometimes these women are given neck rings as early as 2 years old, and the rings keep getting added over time, getting to as much as 20. Despite the potential harm to the spine and body, Cayenne women uphold this tradition and don't know for sure the reason for putting them on. Some claim that it's to protect their necks from tiger attacks, while others believe that it reduces their beauty enough to keep rival tribes from abducting their women. The latter is possibly not a correct reason, as these women put on the neck rings with such pride and beauty. Number 4. Tongue splitting. Do you honestly believe that anyone would want to willingly cut their tongue into 2 halves? That sounds painful and distressing. But this practice has been around for thousands of years. It was popularized by the Karachi Mudang yogis, known as the oldest group to ever perform tongue splitting. The plan was to cut the tongue back as much as 5 centimeters, so it could flip at will to seal off areas that could leak energy during spiritual enlightenment exercises, especially during meditation. Recent records of people who have taken up splitting up their tongues are an Italian in 1994, Dustin Allor in 1996, and finally, lizardman Eric Sprague, who made it start to get popular in Western culture. We can just imagine how stressful it would be to have 2 ringly tongues. Number 3. Tooth sharpening by the Mentawai tribe. Living in homes built with bamboo on the Mentawai Highlands in Indonesia, the Mentawai tribe has a distinctive feature in common. Most of them have sharpened teeth, but they were not born like this. It is customary for these people to sharpen their teeth to appear more attractive to others. You'll also find it shocking that they decorate their homes with the skulls of the animals they've killed. However, this is not the only tribe that practices tooth sharpening. This is also common in parts of Africa, like ethnic groups in Central and Southern Africa. We're talking about the Bapoto people in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Yao of Malawi, and the Mokandi people in northern Mozambique. For a lot of these tribes, it's seen as a ritual to initiate young boys and girls into adulthood. Number 2. Japanese bagel head. Take a moment to picture a bagel, and then imagine that exact shape on someone's forehead. Yes, that's really a thing in Japan. This involves inserting a saline drip into the forehead until a round swelling forms. Although the process hurts a little, it is temporary, and the skin would return to normal most times within 24 hours. However, it could lead to an infection when it's not done properly by a professional. Number 1. Mercy people lip stretching. Although lip stretching originated as far back as 500 BC, this is still a very common practice with the Mercy people today. This tribe lives across South Sudan and stretches their lips using a small disc inserted into a pierced hole to gradually stretch out their skin. For some cultures, lip stretching is used to symbolize the maturity of their women. And with that, we end today's video. Which bizarre trend do you think is the most shocking? Are there any other weird trends that you think deserve a spot on our list? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from Star 5. Thanks for watching.